safely. Although I do not condone or tolerate little old ladies being thrown to the ground. I have not heard that personally.
If there are some complaints out there, we welcome them, bring them forward so we can investigate it, because that type of action, those type of behavior isn't tolerated like the teens, and we'll deal with it appropriately. Where's it going to get?
I can tell you this: every residence we went to, and the doors got kicked in, by the presiding judge. There was evidence and probable cause that existed that either we thought they wanted individuals or firearms or associated gang activity had taken place in that residence. And once again, I want to let the community know this is not some fly-by-night operation. This operation started on March 22nd. The men and women of the Oakland Police Department worked tirelessly every day. I take it around the clock for this investigation. The homicide section, as well as the target enforcement task force, that was their sole assignment for the last 60 days. So I can tell you that a lot of work, investigation, and thoroughness went into everything that took place. I personally reviewed every document. I personally reviewed every search warrant. And I can tell you that enough probable cause existed for us to make entry in every single location we went to. As I stated before, you know, I need to speak to Mr. Brown in regards to what is common, but I can understand why he would say this is urban terrorism. Looking at the 221-page affidavit, as I stated before, documents how not only the Acorn area, but also West Oakland and Hull were being held hostage by these individuals who ran roughshod into the community. And I agree with the comments that were said before about them being leaders. There were some people that were true leaders. The individuals followed and did exactly what they said. Unfortunately, these leaders used their power in the wrong way and directed individuals, which we have evidence to support, directed individuals to carry out things such as murder, takeover robberies where pregnant women were actually pistol whipped in restaurants. These are things that I'm not going to condone, or I'm not going to stand by and let take place.
There's nothing more dangerous than somebody who has the capability, that somebody has the charisma, the leadership qualities, and who uses those qualities in a negative way. Use those qualities to take down their community. Use those qualities to commit violence and harm a sense of violence in their area. That's extremely dangerous.
What are statistics showing in the days since those arrests were made in terms of crime reports?
As I stated before, in that affidavit leading up to the operation getting started March 22nd, 2008, we had 37 documented homicides attributed directly to this area. From the time that this case has started, from March 22nd, this gang, or this group of individuals we believe were involved in multiple murders, which, by the way, 3 individuals have been charged with outstanding murders that we believe they were responsible for. There has been no murders. Additionally, what we have seen is a 66% decrease in shootings in the West Oakland area, which is unheard of. Never happened in the street of the Oakland Police Department, as well as a 27% decrease in robberies. The statistics,
66% decrease in gun activity.
Yes. Actually, during the entire time of the operation. Keep in mind, as I said before, without going into too much of the tactics, we dedicated resources 24 hours a day to make sure that these crimes were happening. Once we identified this was our way to do something about it. We made sure that it didn't happen any further. And since the inception of this crime, 66% decrease in shootings, no homicides, and 27% decrease in crime.
More questions, sir.
Over that 3-month period, when the group was under investigation,
No, sir. Yes. That's correct.
Well, we just spoke about people obviously not happy tonight,
But there are plenty of people who are happy. I've received several calls. The lieutenant has several emails from people who are extremely happy with the investigation, with the way it was carried out, and we're contacted every day. Even on the day of the operation, there were people out there who weren't obvious about their approval of it, but it gives subtle clues that, hey, you know what, thank you for being here, a smile here, a little head nod there. Because there is some fear of retaliation. There is some fear that if they are on the side of the police department, if you want to call it sides, unfortunately you do, that there will be some retribution to them. So yes, there are plenty of people in this community, not only